Ben Suelas is batting 8th, and Brett White is the 9-hole hitter. Is Ty Horn on the mound making another start for Nebraska? His first pitch is going to be fouled off into the screen from Cooper Schulte for a strike. Ty Horn was moved into the bullpen a couple weeks ago after back-to-back bad starts against Penn State and Oregon, and then has eventually refound his rhythm and has been dynamite out of the bullpen, back making a start on a Saturday as the 0-1 is popped up in the air, right field side. Grigo is over. Grigo shading over to his left and makes the catch, fighting with the wind for out number 1. But Ty Horn, he's just been amazing out of the bullpen last couple weeks.
Yeah, and you talked about the numbers when he was a starter. Had 40 strikeouts, but also had 20 walks. So command of the fastball, cutter, slider was an issue for Horn. He goes into the bullpen, is able to use more of his stuff in a small impact role in a shorter spot, and he was able to go out with a 19 Ks and 0 walks. Didn't walk anybody when he was coming out of the bullpen.
The walks have been the best thing for him as the first pitch comes in, misses for a ball. While he has been a starter, Horn this season is 1-1. The ERA is a 4.68 among starts. The WHIP is a 151, giving him 41 hits, 23 runs, 22 of them have been earned. Has struck out 42 guys, has walked 23. His last 2 starts back in April have not been ideal. The ERA was 11.57. The WHIP was a 2.14 over those 2 starts, giving up 10 hits, 9 runs, walked 5 guys, struck out 4 in only 7 innings as the 2-0 fouled off into the screen. But overall, his numbers this season, you just saw him, 2-2, the ERA of 4.06, the WHIP of 129, 57 hits, 30 runs, only 28 of them have been earned, 61 strikeouts, but it's just been the bullpen that has been so strong for him as Gable Mitchell at the plate in a 2-1 count. Check swing on the 2-1, it's a called strike regardless, and it's 2-2. Mitchell, one of the best hitters in the Big Ten, leads the conference in batting average at a 387. He was 0 for 3 last night with a walk. He's going to be a dangerous hitter in the 2-2 from Horn. Cut on a miss, strike 3. Down goes Gable Mitchell in 2 quick outs.
Well, and this is the best thing for Ty Horn early on. You go up against a dangerous hitter like Mitchell, what do? You start him off on the back foot. Sometimes you have to pitch backward against these guys. This time he elevates the cheddar, 95-96 on the gun, and just mixes the eye level. He had been sitting low and away that whole at bat. This time runs one up and out and is able to get that swing and miss for strike 3.
It brings up Miles Risley, batting .293 this season. First pitch comes in, a called strike at the top of the zone. A really good Husker crowd on hand here. Obviously, commencement at 9 a.m. wrapped up this morning. Another commencement starting at 3 o'clock at the top of the hour. No balls, 1 strike. Ty Horn sets and delivers the 0-1. Cut on a miss, and it's 0-2. Now, I'll tell you this, Justice, and I think you can agree with me here. Him moving to the bullpen and now going back to a starting pitcher role again on a Saturday like he was last year has been one of the best things for him.
Yeah, it just allows you to reset your focus and make sure that, hey, I'm throwing my best stuff. That's where I want to be.
As Ty Horn loses his hat, I feel like we've got to set the over-under on times his hat falls off throughout the course of today's game as it's a 1-2 count.
Yeah, I got to make sure you get some elastic on that thing. But like I was saying, it just allows you sometimes as a pitcher, when you have to go in shorter spurts, allows you to throw some of your better stuff. Make sure that you're way more on command than you would normally be.
1-2 popped up, foul ground, right side over. Sanderson makes the catch in a 1-2-3, top of the first inning.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
First pitch to Jeter Worthley as we lead things off here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. It's a called strike 0-1. Worthley, Carey, and Sanderson 2, 3, and 4 in the Husker order. Worthley flew out to second base his first time up. The 0-1 to the freshman catcher is a called strike and Worthley in an 0-2 hole. No balls, 2 strikes, 0-2. Line away for a ball, 1-2. Worthley's older brother, Jalen Worthley, was honored on senior day. Jalen Worthley, that is, not one of the graduating seniors, a part of this Nebraska baseball team. 1-2, fouled off to the right side. We'll do the 1-2 over again.
You know, he's done that a couple times this year, Jeter Worthley has, where he'll take a late lunging swing and just try to spray something to that right side. They'll do it when they've got the hit and run on. He's pretty good at putting it through that hole between first and second base. That time he went line hunting and couldn't quite get it done, but he's shown a proficiency to be able to slash the ball the opposite way, especially when a hit and run's on, and that's invaluable to how Will Bolt wants to play.
That's a relatively hard ask for a freshman to do as well. 1-2 to Worthley, right back up the middle, right past the head of Maddox Freeze into center field. It's the leadoff single for Jeter Worthley. But he can put it anywhere out in the outfield. Left field, down the line, into left center, right back up the middle into centers we just saw down the right field line. He can do it all.
Yeah, about took Maddox Freeze's head off. You got to watch out below for that one, but seeing eye single through the middle, and listen, that's what happens when you shorten up with 2 strikes, stay competitive, you battle through every pitch. If it's close, and right there he gets a close one, he just pokes it right back up the middle.
First pitch of Dylan Carey, who showed bunt, pulls back for ball 1. It's 1-0. This is going to be interesting on the base paths now because Maddox Freeze, again, he's got the very quick pickoff move on the snap. Worthley has good speed. He's not afraid to take a big lead whatsoever. Freeze might have a chance to get him out on the pickoff move. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the 1-0 from Freeze. Carey into left field. That will drop for a base hit. Worthley holds up at second, and the Huskers yet again are in business in this third.
Yeah, station to station running right there. Nice job by Carey. Got something that flashed over the middle of the plate again. We'll take a look at it. Secondary, yes, this is a fastball that's got that glove side run like we talked about several times throughout this broadcast. And this time Carey gets down, able to barrel it up, and it's got just enough sink on that top spin that it falls down safely into left field. Now you get 2 on for a guy who's really been swinging a hot stick in Case Sanderson.
Sanderson was 1 for 1, had a double to lead off the second inning. He came around to score as he takes a first pitch strike. It's 0-1. Well, now you got guys on base as well. Try to drive in those 2. At least one of them. Worthley has good speed with the ball in the outfield. He could score from second. The 0-1. Just outside for ball. The count runs even at a ball and a strike.
So you've seen it again, more that traditional pitching style where he's setting the hitter up with a fastball is Freeze. And now I'm trying to play the secondaries off of that. But that arm side run on that fastball, man, it can cause a lot of problems, especially for a lefty stick like Sanderson.
1-1. Misses again on Case Sanderson. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Worthley leading off over at second, Carey leading off at first.
Yeah, now you got to be careful because if you leave something running back over the middle of the plate, exactly where lefty wants it, that's right in the wheelhouse where a guy like Sanderson could really turn on and pull it.
1-2. In the dirt, count sits 3 balls and 1 strike in a 3-1.
That's a really nice block behind the dish. An athletic play by Max Burt, the catcher for Iowa. Just slides over, able to shield and use his body to keep that ball in front of him, because if you let something even carry him slightly off to the side, it allows the runners to get going and moving. That's exactly what Nebraska wants to do in taking the free base.
3 balls, 1 strike. Sanderson takes high for ball 4, and the bases are loaded with nobody out for the true freshman, Drew Grigo. So the bases are loaded. Worthley's at second, Carey, or rather, Worthley is now at third. Carey is at second, and Case Sanderson is at first. First pitch to the freshman, Drew Grigo. It is a called strike, 0-1, to the displeasement of the Nebraska fans.
Whenever Grigo, don't need a big swing here. Just see a ball, take it back to where it came from. If you're Freeze, you want to stay away from a power bat, force him to push something to the infield.
0-1, Grigo high in the afternoon sky to right, coming on and making the catch. No one's going to tag following the catch made by Strohmeyer. Wasn't sure if Worthley was going to try the arm or not. He does not, and it brings up the designated hitter, Will Jeske.
That's a touch-and-go distance out in mid-shallow right field, just right in the middle of that outfield depth, and that's a judgment call right there by the third base coach, Lance Harvell. He's deciding, hey, I've got a big power stick and a guy who's swinging a good bat, and Will Jeske coming up. We got bases loaded. We got 1 out. I trust this guy to put something in the air that maybe we could score on or put something into a gap. So that's just trusting your personnel behind the guy that you had at the dish.
So Jeske with 1 out, bases loaded. First pitch high, and it's ball 1. Worthley at third, Dylan Carey at second, Case Sanderson at first. Jeske 0 for 1, flew out back in the second inning, came in today batting .333 with 3 home runs and 13 RBIs. That average is dipped below .330 to .329. Jeske hits the ball deep into left field, back by the warning track at the wall. Will Jeske with the grand slam. got all of the 1-0. Fourth home run of the year and his 17th RBI of the year. Makes it 5-0 Nebraska.
And listen, Lance Harville made a judgment call. He saw the fly out from Drew Grigo, and this time he sees a big fly from Will Jeske. That's a fastball running back in on the hands, and he just turns the hips and kisses it goodbye. A major power surge from Will Jeske. And listen, sometimes when you trust your guys and you know your ball club, it just pays off in a big spot.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
So on a pinch hitting roll, Delgado is going to take a first pitch called strike.
And what an opportunity this is for Cooper Katsky to get his mojo back, Bobby, because Ty Horn did a similar thing, and the walks have now virtually disappeared for Horn as he made his reemergence into the starting rotation. So maybe Cooper Katsky can find his mojo now as he swings back to the bullpen high leverage role for Nebraska.
And that's the whole thing, is finding another starter. That they have 4 starters as well, so you know once regional play rolls around, you feel safe with it. Delgado batting .258 this season, 17 RBIs and 2 home runs for the pinch hitter this year. He takes the 1-1 for a called ball, and the count is 2 balls and a strike.
Well, I think that Nebraska also has one midweek game remaining with the upcoming bout against Creighton. Nebraska already took the season series looking for a season sweep against the Creighton Blue Jays, but you got to think that Cooper Katsky would certainly be in contention to take the start in that one.
2-1 punch the other way into right field. Delgado off the bench. Drives in a base hit. Leadoff single for Matthew Delgado brings up Jackson Frost.
Yeah, it's a beautiful piece of hitting right here by Delgado. He got a little bit tardy on the fastball. Didn't matter. Had enough grown man strength to muscle it the opposite way. And now Katsky with a man on is going to have to pitch around a guy who led off the Iowa scoring this weekend with a solo home run back in the 5th.
So Frost digs in with a runner over at first. Katsky wants to check on him. No tag applied. Delgado last night was 0 for 3 from the dish. He was then pinch hit for, and it's the opposite where he comes in off the bench. The senior Katsky sets and delivers. It is a called strike, and it is 0-1. Frost 1 for 2. You mentioned he had the home run back in the 5th inning that started the scoring for Iowa in this series. It only took them 13 innings, but they eventually got there.
You know, if at first you don't succeed, try again in life. You know, it happens if you have to take an extra year in schooling. It happens if maybe you have to take your driving test again. Or it happens if you have to get a hold of your waiter to get another Dr. Pepper.
No balls, 1 strike. I can say only one of those have happened to me. Is the 0-1 runs inside. Are they going to say he clipped him? No, they're going to say he clipped him, and Frost is going to take first base, and runners will be at first and second. And it seems like Frost is the only person to know, as Delgado is now just realizing he's going to jog down to second.
Yeah, now 2 men on, nobody out. This one runs inside. Cut a clip of that back foot of Frost. That'll bring up Strohmeyer, and now, hey, something cooking for the Hawkeyes on the base pass. They cut it to 7-2 with a couple of solo homers, and man, if you keep hanging around and keep putting together competitive AVs, eventually you'll run yourself into some great situations. This is one of them here for Iowa.
Showing bunt is Strohmeyer, and he bunts it foul left side. Bottom of the order, 1 for 6 on the afternoon.
Yeah, and this is the second time that somebody from Iowa, we saw it back with White back a couple of innings ago when Iowa had a man on. They wanted to move him over, and they couldn't succeed in getting the bunt down. Second time there for Strohmeyer. You got to wonder if there's going to be more conviction to maybe another bunt attempt.
So Katsky comes set. The corner infielder's playing in on the edge of the infield grass, as that one is fouled off into the screen. It is now 0-2 on Kellen Strohmeyer.
Yeah, and again, another situation where Iowa wants to get the bunt down, move runners, so that way you have second and third with 1 out. They just couldn't execute, and for Rick Heller and the rest of this Iowa staff, they're going to be scratching their head because that's an opportunity to move runners into scoring position and get guys in a situation where you can punch a run in with a sac fly, or maybe you do damage by pushing something into the gap, or even out of the ballpark if you connect on one.
No balls, 2 strikes. Katsky comes set, and the 0-2 down in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes now on Strohmeyer.
Well, now if you're Katsuki, you got some pitches to get comfortable with, right? You can utilize your off speed. You've shown in the fastball that'll run it anywhere from 91 to 93, and now you can utilize that curveball and some of that other off speed stuff that you've got at your disposal.
1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 to Strohmeyer. Hit on a line, foul. Down by the grass berm as people begin to reach for the ball and all the kids flock to the wall. Someone out of the Iowa bullpen will retrieve it and will throw it to one of the kids. It's like hungry, hungry hippos, but rather than 50 balls in the center, it's 50 kids begging for 1 baseball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Katsuki set on the rubber and delivers the 1-2. Called the ball. Count even 2-2 at 91 miles an hour. Everyone unhappy with Angel Campos. Here it is again.
Yeah, that one just looked a tad bit inside when you looked at it. Didn't have quite the run. If maybe if he had a little bit more inside break coming back, he might have gotten the favor of the call.
So Katsuki once again, and now the 2-2 to Strohmeyer. That's going to be swing and a miss for strike 3, 1 out.
It got him, told him to put the sword back in the sheath right there. Took a half-hearted look at it. That's that's the kind of fastball he wanted on the last one. Just a little go-around from Strohmeyer, put the sword back in the sheath. Can't use it anymore this at-bat, and first down of the inning's away. And now Katsuki's got himself in a situation where if he can coax a ground ball, this has double play potential for the Huskers to get out.
You got a force at first, second, or third for Swalis. Swalis 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. First pitch, that's going to miss down and away for a ball. 1-0, no argument there. Swalis, the designated hitter. He's had a relatively nice day at the plate, 1 for 2. 1-0 from Katsuki. Just a little high, and it's 2 balls, no strikes. Swalis was 0 for 1 last night. Was used as a pinch hitter late in the ball game. Let's see if he can add a few more runs back on for Iowa. They've scored in back-to-back innings to this point. 2 balls, no strikes to Swalis. Down and away, and he's got the count 3-0. Do you give him the green light here in this stage with runners at first and second?
I think you leave it. Just try to get as many ducks on the pond as you can, especially with it being a 5-run ball game. You don't want to try to take a swing. You can't get it all back in one swing, so just put as many men as you can on and try to keep pressure on Katsuki to make perfect pitches.
3-0. Down and away, ball 4. 19 hits this season for the young man. 23 RBIs. Has himself 6 homers. Looking for his 7th home run of the year to cut it to a 1-run game. First pitch down and away for a ball. It's 1-0.
Yeah, 5th straight ball from Katsuki, and now if you're Iowa in the box, especially if you're Mitch Wood, you want to sit there, wait until he throws a strike over the heart of the plate. Make him prove to you that he can find the zone before you go hunting for something.
Bases loaded and 1 out here in the top of the 7th. 1-0 on a line. That is past the glove of Carey. 1 run is going to score. Coming from around second is Frost. Play at the plate. Not in time. He slides in safely. In a 2-run RBI single from Mitch Wood, it makes it a 7-4 ball game.
Well, that was a very fruitful pinch hitting appearance for Mitch Wood. Cooper Katsuki, you want to force him to throw a strike. He threw one there. Fastball center cut, and he got every stitch of it. Just torched it past the glove of Carey and into left field, and the wave was on the whole way, and Frost had the play beat. Now Rob Childress going to come out and have a nice little conversation with Katsuki. At third, second, or first, you're going to want a ground ball if you're Nebraska.
It is Cooper Schulte who steps up to the plate. Schulte 1 for 3 today, and he's got a runner at first and a runner at second as he has Ziegler, who is the now pinch runner. His first pitch is going to be fouled off from Schulte. Ziegler is over at first. Swalis is over at second. So third base currently open. 1 out in the inning. Matthew Delgado led things off with a single. Jackson Frost was then hit by a pitch. Strohmeyer struck out. Swalis got on via a walk, and then the 2-run RBI single from Mitch Wood, who's now getting ran for by Ziegler. As the 0-1 hit deep in the air into right center field, back by the warning track. The catch will be made by Mac Moyer for out number 2, and stopping at third, tagging is Swayless. So 2 outs in the inning now for Gable Mitchell. Not the right guy you want at the plate. However, he is 0 for 3 today.
Yeah, and it's a lefty-lefty matchup. So if you're playing the splits and you're playing traditional numbers, as the Huskers might be when they look at, hey, maybe you get through Schulte and now you got to face Mitchell lefty-lefty, might be a more advantageous matchup than pitching to a righty. But nice job by Worthley. Just challenged Schulte, and listen, he couldn't leave the ballpark with a swing, so he'll take the out, and now 2 outs in the inning.
First pitch to Mitchell, fouled off into the screen. Mitchell struck out back in the first inning, flew out to center field in the third, and then grounded out to second in the 6th. An 0 for 3 day after he was 0 for 3 last night with a walk. 0 for 6 in a series is not typical Gable Mitchell.
He sees that average continue to plummet, but this guy can break it up in one swing of the bat. This is a good hitter now in the box.
No balls, 1 strike. Here's the 0-1 to Mitchell. Fouls it off left side, and he's on an 0-2 hole.
And listen, Nebraska ran into it last week at Ohio State. Sometimes you're just not seeing guys super great. Sometimes they got you off balance, they got you off kilter. And in a big spot, Jalen Worthley has really put Gable Mitchell on the back foot. 0-2 now, chance to get out of this and get a big reaction from a loud Haymarket Park.
Crowd begins to get into it. Jalen Worthley sets on the 0-2 on Gable Mitchell, the 0-2 home. In the air into center field, Moyer coming on in, unable to make the catch, it's going to hit the turf. Swayless has scored. Ziegler is at second. Throw back to first is not going to be in time and or handled cleanly by Sanderson. It's an RBI single for Gable Mitchell to either blow a save or blow the lead. And he faces Risley first. First pitch at 93 miles an hour is going to miss for ball 1. Justice, you hit it. It's Unger who has been just dominant this season. And you're asking maybe for almost too much for him to go 2 1/3 and 7 outs. But that's what they want to trust him to do. 1-0. Risley fouls it off. It's 1-1.
Boy, you say that. I mean, he has pitched 2 2/3 against Michigan, and he struck out 5 in that appearance. So it was a fruitful game for him when he made his most extended appearance of the year, and this would certainly challenge that. But in a spot where Iowa's whittled the deficit down, why not turn to one of your best arms out of the bullpen?
1 ball, 1 strike. Unger looks back and now delivers the 1-1. It's fouled off on the screen. Hawkeyes have got 3 runs this inning. This is the 3rd different Nebraska pitcher used. Katsky got it first, gave up a single hit by pitch, walked Swayless, and then the 2-run RBI single to Mitch Wood. Jalen Worthley faced 2 batters, and Jayshon Unger has got the count 1-2 on Miles Risley. 1-2. Throw back to second. Brett Stokes was not covering the bag, but he was keeping an eye on Ziegler.
I just want to keep the runners honest. Want to make sure that it's not a green light for them to steal on 1-2, and then something happens. Maybe it's a ball on the outside if you mislocate an off speed, and then all of a sudden you got runners in a major scoring position. Want to avoid that.
1-2 down and away. Count runs even. 2-2 as Unger threw the slider.
That's why you check back on the runners, because if they take off and that's a slider and it spills away and things happen, then all of a sudden it's a 1-run game if it gets past to the backstop. But why make check back on the runner? And now 2-2 count. Unger's just free to work.
Unger with the ball set at the chest. 2-2 home. It's high, and the count now full. On the fastball at 95 miles an hour at the top of the zone as the wind has really began to pick up here in Haymarket Park. You see the flags out in left field. They are really beginning to whip.
It's now starting to blow out towards that right center field gap. So if you push something that way, you catch it up in a stream, you might find yourself in a good position.
3-2 home. Punch foul to the right side. We'll do it again. Runners are off.
3-2, 2 outs, that's an automatic go if you're on the base paths. As a runner, you just got to make sure that you're not going to get back picked, make sure that nothing's going to happen. Unger's not going to turn and pick you off. Just make sure you have a good secondary break, and then you're off and going 3-2, 2 outs. But Unger's only focus is making sure he gets Risley out.
Jayshon Unger's payoff pitch. Runners are off, and it's fouled off once again. Good work by Risley spoiling it. Ziegler at second. Gable Mitchell is over at first. Mitchell would be the tying run. The leading run is Risley at home plate.
Yeah, he had to foil 93s, had to foil 94. You wonder if Jayshon Unger's going to try to place a bender here, maybe get a swing and miss, or he might try to hump it up to 95.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Unger's payoff pitch once more to Risley. Hit him at 94, and the bases are loaded for Caleb Wolf.
And taking 94 in the small of the bat can't feel very good, but when it gets your team in a situation where maybe you could take the lead, you'll wear it. That went off the elbow guard. And he was more than willing to take that to get the free base. And now Force out anywhere, 2 outs. Still not a horrible spot, but you're facing a guy who's been swinging a red-hot stick, even though he's 0 for 3 today. And Caleb Wolf, he's put together a really good past couple of weeks.
Fly out and a pair of groundouts. First pitch to Wolf, swing and a miss. Ball's in the dirt. Wordley's going to cover. There's no throw home. Ziegler scores. It's a 1-run game.
That could put Iowa in a real advantageous spot as this game wears on.
0-1 misses as the pass ball got away from Jeter Worthley. Worthley's glove was just too low. It went off right above the glove by the wrist area. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs here in the inning. A 4 spot in the 7th for Iowa. 1-1. In the air, deep into right field. Grigo back. Not deep enough as he's in front of the warning track. Makes the catch in the inning. As well, flew out to right field in the 3rd and flew out to center field back in the 4th inning. First pitch to Grigo is called a ball. It's 1-0. There's a new pitcher on the mound as well, and it is Gannon Archer. Just as the numbers on Archer.
Yeah, the senior right-hander, 15th appearance on the year with a 1-0 record, a 9.49 ERA, so a little bit lofty. But 12 1/3 innings worked. The walks have been a struggle. He's got 8 walks to 5 strikeouts, limited appearances, but trying to limit the free passes is the senior right-hander.
1 ball, no strikes. Archer set in the right, he deals home. Grigo again shows bunt, and it pulls back as it misses high. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Nebraska in front 7-6 over Iowa. And after what happened last night, you figured that Iowa wasn't going to go away, and they absolutely have not. This is a really good ball club that's won a lot of games recently, Justice. They're 13-4 in their last, or 11-4 in their last 15 ball games.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, it's an incredibly explosive offense that relies on high variance slug, right? So let me take the word salad out of that. The team can hit the ball out of the ballpark, and they got some real sticks, and they rely on that to really propel their offense and how they want to jumpstart their offensive attack. And listen, they're top 20 in the nation in terms of baseball kill shots. What does that mean? They put up innings of 3 runs or more, and they hold you to a 0. And listen, if they could do that here, that'd be massive for them.
3-1 to Grigo. Called a strike. The count is now full, 3-2. Well, over that stretch of 15 games, they're scoring 9 runs a game and striking double digits 5 separate times. This is an offense that has really came to life the last couple of weeks. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Drew Grigo. That's into right center field. That will drop for a base hit. 2-hit day for the true freshman. And it brings up Will Jeske.
Hey, he can hit, man. When you talk about Drew Grigo, listen, this guy may be a freshman, but he has played a ton of baseball in his career. This one is an elevated spinner that ends up sitting back towards that middle part of the zone, and he just uses his hands, trusts his work, and flicks it back towards that right center field gap, and it found some great outfield grass. And all of a sudden, leadoff man aboard, Will Jeske back on. The Huskers have loved this recipe when it's been up.
Delgado is now behind the plate after he pinch hit for Burt. Might as well just mention that. So a new catcher out there is it's no longer Max Burton, it is Matthew Delgado. So he gives the defensive call out. Is Will Jeske with the base hit down the left field line. Grigo holds up at second. Runners at first and second going station to station. Still nobody out for Josh Overbeek.
Dan, you can't really blame Grigo for...
Josh Overbeek 1 for 3 today. Had a single back in the second, then flew out in the 3rd and struck out looking in the 5th. The infield playing somewhat in. First pitch to Overbeek is a roller right in front of the plate. Throw down to first. It's a swinging bunt that advances the runners 90 feet. Both runners in scoring position as Overbeek is out. I thought that might have gone off the mask of Delgado.
You know, I wondered the same thing because I heard sort of a metallic / plastic crunch, but nonetheless, I mean, maybe you're not thinking about it being an actual bunt situation, but it ends up being a swinging bunt that incidentally does the job, and now Jet bucks up and listen, he's 0 for 1, but he's on with a couple of free passes. What a way for Jet Buck to maybe get back into his groove in the swing of things if he's able to punch in a couple RBIs.
Defense changes. Delgado is going to call time. He wants to adjust the defense for Iowa. Iowa was all over the place defensively. The middle infield was in, and then running right back out was Schulte and Mitchell. Wolf and Frost are both playing very in. Wolf is playing on the infield grass. Mitchell has now shifted from second to essentially another shortstop. First pitch for Jet Buck, swung on a miss for strike one. Well, if Buck gets a little flare into shallow right field, Strohmeyer is going to come from second, and he's going to score.
Yeah, and that's the thing is now you're trying to work away from Buck. You don't want to run a fastball where he can turn and pull it, but you got to be careful. This is an interesting defensive alignment. There's the flare you were talking about.
0-1, it's a flare into right field. Coming on in, making the catch is going to be Strohmeyer. Throw into home, and the tag is not going to be applied. Sliding in safely is Grigo. Touches home plate once more to make sure. Sac fly for Jet Buck.
That's an aggressive run right there by Drew Grigo. He just put the head down. Listen, it's close enough for Strohmeyer. If he puts it on line and it's a good throw, you absolutely got Drew Grigo by a couple feet, but we'll spin her down the zone. All Buck has to do is just flare it. You talked about the flare into shallow right. He got in a decent area, and Strohmeyer, with great range, was able to make the play, but the throw offline, and Delgado had to range over, try to block it with his glove, so it didn't get back to the wall and allow Strohmeyer to advance. But the Huskers played that one, and now they put a little bit of cushion between themselves and the Hawkeyes, and now Rhett Stokes up with a runner in scoring position.
A 2-run lead and a runner at second. That's Reed Strohmeyer. First pitch for Stokes down the right field line. That's going to slice foul. It is 0-1. Stokes today 0 for 2. He was hit by a pitch back in the second, and then he's got himself a pair of flyouts, one in the third, one in the fifth.
Get a kid over there with a glove, and we don't make a catch. What are we doing?
You got to go out there. You got to coach him.
Yeah, you got to listen. We got to go make plays out here. We got to be athletes.
You've always told me you were a good Little League coach, right?
Yeah. Little League basketball went 82-4. We're good.
0-1. Rhett Stokes on a line over to short is going to be picked by Schulte, and that is a close on the seventh inning. Huskers do get one back, though. 2 hits in the inning and a sac fly from Jet Buck. Decent amount of revenue as Matthew Delgado will lead things off.
I'm going to get the Mr. Krabs look in their eye, and the eyes roll back, and it's just money signs. That's all you see.
First pitch to Delgado, grounded onto third, picked by Overbeek. Shuffle step throw into first in time. The one away here in the 8th inning, where their eyes just become the dollar signs.
Yeah, just cha-ching, that's all you hear. It's all about the money, 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 baby. Nice pick over at third by Overbeek. It's an in-between hop, so you either got to pick it on the short hop or you got to wait for the big one. The big one wasn't coming, so nice pick on the short hop. Just give yourself a nice chance to set your feet fire over to first. And how about a quick first out for Jay-Sean Unger on one pitch?
Jason Frost steps to the plate. Jay-Sean Unger faced 2 batters in the 7th inning, walked 1, and then got Caleb Wolf to fly out. First pitch is going to come in as a called strike on Frost. It is 0-1.
How about 95 Cheddar? So you think you can escape the heat. You go from Ty Horn, and listen, maybe you get a little work with Cooper Katzkin and Jalen Worthy, but Unger's coming right back, pumping 94, 95.
0-1 is going to be down and away for a ball. It is 1-1. And when you and I we're talking about this before we went on air, of when Nebraska athletics are good, they will put a lot of people in the seats, or in this case at Haymarket Park, they'll put a lot of people out in the berm. And again, it's the same strategy as the 1-1 as a called strike. It's 1-2. And that's just the state of this athletic department right now amongst so many sports. Nebraska softball earlier today wins the Big Ten tournament title. 1-2 down in the dirt. New catcher is no longer Jeter Worthley. It is going to be Fikes who's behind the plate doing the catching now.
Yeah, hey, and Fikes, a really good defensive catcher, but boy, he was swinging stick yesterday. He had a homer, had a nice little 3-hit day. How about nice day for Trey Fikes?
As the 2-2 fouled off to the right side, out of play. And Unger will have to do it again. Well, we will see Fikes bat in the 8th inning in place of Jeter Worthley. I mentioned he had the big swing yesterday. There's a lot of pop in that bat. When he really sizes up a baseball, he can drive it a long way. 2 balls, 2 strikes, a 2-2 from Unger. Popped out of the glove of Fikes, and it's ball 3. Most of the time, if it's going to be a borderline pitch, if it pops out of the glove, you're getting the ball call more likely than not.
Yeah, you just got to be able to squeeze and frame it. And Fike's a veteran guy. He's been around college baseball for a bit, so he knows. But now a chance to really put him away on 3-2.
3-2 runs inside, and there's a 1-out walk to Jason Frost to bring up Kellen Strohmeyer. Strohmeyer 0 for 3, grounded out back in the second, and then struck out looking in the fifth, and struck out swinging in the seventh.
Yeah, and listen, tying run comes to the plate. It's 8-6, and now you got a guy who's coming up, and he may be 0 for 3, but that wind's blowing out to right center. Listen, that wind can't make its mind up, okay? It's just like when I asked my mom to go out to dinner. It's you just couldn't make your mind up. You give them a couple different options, and they don't know what they want, but wind's just been, it's whipping, it's not, it's got some flurries, it doesn't, but right now it's blowing out to right center. If Strohmeyer gets it up with a gust, it's going to be good, but it looks like we have a pinch hitter here.
We do. The pinch hitter for Iowa now is going to be Joey Narat. First pitch, bouncing ball, Unger gloves. He's going to just make the easy play to first to get out number 2. Simple play, don't want to put yourself in a bad spot. So 2 outs now in the inning as we turn it over to Swalis.
Yeah, and right there, just a smart play by Jay-Sean Unger. You know, you have a slow tapper, takes a quick beat towards your left side. That was going to be a tough play for him to set and spin and get it to second. So just take the insurance out that you have. Just flip it over to first. You got 2 outs. Then you can worry about attacking a right-handed bat in a right-on-right matchup.
Swalis 1 for 2 today with a walk and a single. First pitch cut on a miss for a strike. It's 0-1. Unger set on the rubber. He has a runner all the way over at second, and Jason Frost tying run at home plate. 0-1 down and away. Count even at a ball and a strike.
I mean, the nice thing for Unger is like you're still freeing. With 2 outs, you want to pitch and you want to pitch aggressively. You can get stuff tailing away from the hitter, but you can also run one inside and listen, just see how far he can hit it.
1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1. And it's at the top of the zone. 2 balls and 1 strike. You saw Fike's behind on plate. Looked like he was telling Unger it was a good pitch.
Yeah, just get on top of the baseball is basically what he's saying. He, maybe got a little bit under it, and that's why it's sailed up. He's just telling him, hey, listen, get on top of that thing, grip it, and rip it like you know you can.
2-1. Fouled off of Swalis. And we'll do 2-2 over again. When we brought it up, we brought the velocity down, but he got over top of the baseball there.
Yeah, that's what happens. Sometimes you get over top, you grip it and rip it. It's a way more competitive pitch. A hitter takes a swing at it. Maybe he'll chop it off her foot. That's not going to feel too good. But now with the 2-2 count, this play's going to hit a crescendo.
Again, they get into it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. A 2-2 from Unger. In the air, center field. Moyer going back by the warning track. Up against the wall. Looks up. It's into the bushes. It's a game-tying home run for Ben Swalis. A 2-run shot, and Iowa has tied it at 8 in the 8th.
Well, right as Unger was set at the belt with that 2-2, that wind started to pick up a little bit, but I'll tell you right now, this ball was tagged. It's a low curveball that hangs down in the zone, and Swales just went down and got it. Golfed it into center field. He didn't need the jet stream for that one. That one had plenty of distance to clear the berm.
And it brings up Jalen Ziegler with still 2 outs in the inning, and now a freshly tied ball game. First pitch fouled off. Watch out by the Iowa dugout. It's 0-1.
Yeah, what a great job by Iowa. This has been the late innings. Really from the 5th inning on is where all the damage has been done. Once they got towards the latter portion of Ty Horn's outing and into this Husker bullpen, they've stayed patient. They have attacked pitches to hit, and they've been all over it.
The 0-1 is a called ball at 94 miles an hour, and Ziegler's got the count even.
There's been some patient ABs, and listen, 2 balls, 2 strikes. It was a decent pitch, but sometimes a hitter just gets a hold of one, and they find a pitch they like, and they go right after it. And Iowa's been finding pitches to hunt, and they've been going big game hunting.
1-1 was cut on and missed. It's now 1 ball, 2 strikes for Ziegler, who's batting .314 this season. Unger sets. And the 1-2 home. Inside, did it hit him? It did hit him. And it turns it back over to the top of the order. Jay-Sean Unger. So Jay-Sean Unger has a runner at first, which would be the leading run for the time being. And Cooper Schulte at home plate. Sun peeks back out, and Schulte, first pitch hunting, lifts a ball deep into left center field. Coming on in and unable to make the diving catch out in left field was Buck. Coming in to score, and Iowa takes the lead thanks to the RBI single from Cooper Schulte as Ziegler scores. What a wild sequence for Iowa, where it looked like that Buck was able to make the catch. Ziegler never stopped along the base paths, and Iowa has got a 1-run lead.
Yeah, and this one's hit out into a Bermuda triangle in left center field. Buck calls for it, says that he's got the play on it, got some leather to it, but it just flicks out on the lip of that glove and hits the deck. And Ziegler never stopped running with 2 outs, and to his credit, he just kept the pedal to the metal and trucked towards home. And now Iowa's got themselves a 1-run lead, and all of these 9 runs, Bobby, have come from the 5th inning onward.
So Ty Horn, who had the quality start, will no longer be in line for the win as Gable Mitchell's at the plate. He's 1 for 4 today. And now he's 2 for 5, another multi-hit game for Gable Mitchell. Going from first to third is going to be Schulte. Iowa has runners at the corners. They are in business here on Saturday.
Oh, and this is completely unraveled for Jay-Sean Unger, as seems like everything he's putting in the strike zone is getting hit pretty hard right now. And nice swing by Mitchell, who's got himself a 2-hit day. Was just able to put something on the ground towards the pull side. And listen, right now when it's bouncing your way, it's bouncing your way. And Iowa is riding the wave right now. They put together some great swings, some good ABs. And listen, when you punch one on the ground, it finds its way through the hole sometimes.
Runners at the corners. First pitch comes in as a ball down and away to Miles Risley. Risley is 1 for 3 with a solo home run back in the 6th inning. That was off Ty Horn. He was the first batter that Jay-Sean Unger faced, and Jay-Sean Unger walked him. And now Fikes is going to come out from behind home plate. Let's see if anyone else gathers with him. Looks like this will be a solo meeting between him and Jay-Sean Unger.
Yeah, this just steady the presence, because Jay-Sean Unger, he's been pretty good this year, but right now he's getting smacked around a bit at the plate. Iowa's put together some great ABs, so as a veteran catcher, you just go out there, recenter your closer, make sure that he's all good and ready to go. So you've got a great game plan for how to attack another righty. You got to think maybe if Unger can't get through Risley, that maybe they go to Grant Clevenger and try to go lefty-lefty against Wolf. But right now the focus for Jay-Sean Unger, 2 outs to 1-0 count. Just go back, attack the strike zone, and listen, Iowa's hit it pretty hard, but find a way to execute a pitch.
1 ball, no strikes. Unger to Risley, tagged into left field. Buck shading over, back by the warning track. He's unable to make the catch as one hops off the wall. Iowa's going to bring home another. Mitchell gets the stop sign at third. It's an RBI double for Miles Risley, and Iowa continues to pour it on. Another 4 spot here in the 8th.
It's somebody with nice secondary pitches that you can go against a power hitter and Wolf and say, hey, let's try to see if we can get a ground ball or keep it in the ballpark here.
First pitch comes in from Novacek at 92 miles an hour. Is a called ball. Well, Jay-Sean Unger is responsible for the runners at second and third. He went 1 inning, he gave up 4 hits. So far he's given up 4 runs, walked 1 guy, and did not strike out anybody. A less than ideal start for Jay-Sean Unger, and back-to-back rough outings for him. A bunt laid down to perfection. Wolf off for first, he's safe, and bunts in a run, and the Hawkeyes in front by 3. Doesn't get better than that, Justice.
Well, when it rains, it pours, and we talked about the propensity for Iowa. It's a team with high variance slugging, and listen, when you're hitting the ball all around the ballpark, it works, but then you play a little small ball and you move runners, just finds a gap and just puts it right past the mound. Dylan Carey had to cover third. That was Josh Overbeek's ball the whole way, and he was not going to get there. A picture-perfect bunt by Caleb Wolf, and now we get back to Delgado.
So Matthew Delgado, who led off this inning with a ground out, has runners at the corners with 2 outs here, still in the 8th inning. Hawkeyes have got 5 runs in this 8th inning, giving themselves a 3-run lead. He is 1 for 2 today, had a single in the 7th. So 3 at-bats from the 7th on, and we're only in the 8th. Not a bad day for Matthew Delgado, to say the least. 1-0. This is a swinging bunt. Back out to the mound. Novacek is going to throw home. Tag is going to be applied, and out at home is going to be Risley, and that is a close on the 8th inning.
You can bust it open with a base hit, but you're going to go 1, 2, 3. You're going to go Moyer, Fikes, Carey, and then you're going to go Sanderson. So top of the order here, if you want to make up 3 runs, great place to start.
So the first pitch to Mac Moyer. is a called ball on the outside corner. It is 1-0. Moyer's gotten on twice via a walk and a hit by pitch, one in the first and another in the fourth. Moyer 0 for 2 today, as Justice just said. As that's a knuckle swing over to shortstop. Gloved throw over, pulls the first baseman off the bag. Wolf had to take a few steps to his right, and reaching safely is going to be Mac Moyer. I would assume they scored that as an infield hit for Mac Moyer. Well hit ball, and Schulte's throw was just off the bag and bringing up Fikes, and there's his home run from last night, an absolute blast into left for Trey Fikes.
Oh, that sucker had no chance of staying in the yard. That thing was scorched, steamed, flambéed off the bat.
Flambéed?
Got every stitch of it.
Flambéed.
Flambéed. If you want
Is
to
that
get
a
little
word?
Elegant. Yeah, if you want to get a little elegant. You never cooked in your life, Bob?
I've never, how do you flambe something?
You want to I don't really want to get into the elegance of culinary, but just to know it involves a blowtorch and you searing something.
I will talk to one of my buddies who's a chef and ask him what
Ask about a flambe.
Flambéed means. No balls and 1 strike on Trey Fikes. With Nebraska down by 3. Cut on a miss, he's down 0-2. Flambéed. Wow. I don't even know how you begin to spell that. F-L-O.
No, it's an A. So it's F-L-A-M-B-E, but the E has an accent.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Flambe. It's exotic, isn't it?
It is. No balls, 2 strikes.
Don't think it's French, though. You can't get the French credit.
Usack sets on the rubber, and the 0-2 fouled off into the screen. He'll do it once more on Trey Fikes.
I think I'll give him the French credit.
Can I ask why?
Why would I give the French credit?
Yes.
I don't want to. Why would I not? Why would I not give them credit?
Yes.
There's a lot of history.
Okay.
There.
Oh, jeez.
Just read a history book.
We're not going to turn this into a history lesson. If anything, we're going to talk about the history of Trey Fikes. Throw back over to first.
I think you want to talk about the history of flambe.
I don't even know where to begin on that. I barely knew how the word was spelled.
Just know you can do it with a blowtorch, Bob.
I don't have a blowtorch active on me. Do you?
It's a problem. Hey, guys got to keep things handy.
No balls, 2 strikes. I'd love to know if you had a blowtorch in your backpack right now. 0-2 comes in, is going to be called a ball, and Trey Fikes, it's 1-2.
There's not a blowtorch in the backpack. They wouldn't let me in the ballpark. They would have confiscated it at Haymarket Park because of the outstanding security team. But just know that I have used a blowtorch to flambe something before.
That's fine. I'll give you that one. 1 ball, 2
carrying a
strikes.
blowtorch in the ballpark.
1-2 to Fikes. Into left center field. That'll get down. Rounding around second, coming for third is Moyer. Runners at the corners. And now the tying run is Dylan Carey.
Hey, I think he flambéed that baseball, Bob. He gets every stitch of this one and scourges it into the gap. This is an elevated fastball by Husak. Just stays up in the zone, and it's running back in on the hands. And Fikes has been seeing the ball well this series, and he deposits it right into that gap. All of a sudden, runners at the corners, nobody out. They're bringing up Dylan Carey, who is 2 for 4 on the day. He's got another multi-hitter.
I'm asking my chef friend, have you done a flambe before?
Is it Google Gemini?
It is not. It is my buddy Julian. Runners at the corners with nobody out, and the tying run, Dylan Carey. First pitch, hit high and deep into left center field. Back by the warning track. It's at the wall. Carey ties the game. A 3-run blast for Dylan Carey. The senior on senior day gets this place right back into it. First pitch hunting, destroys a ball into left center field. 14th home run of the year, and his 59th RBI of the year.
Hey, Bobby, I think that one was a little bit more than flambéed.
That one
was
more than flambéed.
Shot. This is a moonshot, elevated fastball, sits back in the back hip and says goodbye. You can give it a couple different languages. You could say ciao, you could say arrivederci, you could say sayonara, you could say adios, whatever you want to say. That sucker's never coming back.
Husak left that one up in the zone, and it was flambéed by Dylan Carey into left center field, torched, scorched. Any sort of adjective you want to use. The 1-0 to Case Sanderson is a called strike. It is 1-1.
It might be at the midfield logo at Memorial by now.
Hey, it might be. And then in June, the Savannah Bananas can put a baseball midfield at Memorial Stadium. 1-1 to Case Sanderson. This is away. 2 balls and 1 strike as Dylan Carey with a 3-hit day. Really struggled in the Ohio State series, refound his swing last night, had a multi-hit game last night, and now a 3-hit day today, tying the game at 11.
Don't forget he hit a homer last night, too, to walk it off in 8 innings.
Sanderson fouls it off and the count even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Another real fun day at the ballpark. All sorts of drama where Nebraska led early, led 7-0, and I think there's probably people in here thinking, ooh, another run rule, and then Iowa said, oh, hold it, slow your roll. We're going to take the lead as the 2-2 runs inside, and oh, they're going to say a foul ball. Case Sanderson is saying that he got, if anything, grazed by the pitch. Will Bolt is out of the dugout. He wants to argue with Campos. So here's the look again. I don't know if he went around, but it also does not look like that it grazed him. And I think Will Bolt, more than anything else, is saying, why don't you appeal down to third to see if he went around on the swing?
Right, and the initial call was that it was a foul tip into the mitt for strike 3. And looking back at that review, Bobby, from the naked eye, it doesn't look like that tipped any part of the bat on the way in. So that leaves me a bit perplexed as to, you know, where the contact from the bat was made. As we take another look here from our dead center cam.
The best view we can get. Does it change course off the bat?
I don't know if that ticks off the bat. I mean, that's really close, and I don't know. Now the question is, if it doesn't hit off the bat, does it go around? Did it hit him at any portion throughout?
He's got the count full.
Well, yeah, and we'll have the review here, but you got to have clear and conclusive evidence to overturn at least the fact that he foul tipped it into the mitt, and we're going to get an adjudication here.
We're going to say it hit him.
Yep, after review, the call is overturned and it hit him. So remember that part where as the ball changes and starts to spin inside on this little arm side run action fastball by Joe Husak. There was a portion where it doesn't tip the bat, but the ball does change direction. The umpires had a different look at that, and they determined that that hit off the sleeve. So now the Huskers, nobody out. And Case Sanderson's aboard on the hit by pitch, and that brings up Drew Grigo, who's got a 2-hit day.
True Freshman's had a really good day. You mentioned he's got a 2-hit day. He had the RBI single back in the 2nd that scored Case Sanderson, and then his last time up in the 7th. Let things off with a single. He shows to square a bunt, is going to bunt it on to third. Sanderson's going to take 2nd, throw to first. What a pick by Wolf at first. Grigo is out at first, but it moves Sanderson into scoring position. So Butenbach digs in, batting 200 this season. First pitch down and inside for ball 1. It's 1-0. Sanderson is the leading run, standing at 2nd.
And how big for this Husker squad would it be if you get a guy like Butenbach going late in the season? If he's able to put together a good AB here, and that's another option you can go to when you get to postseason play, especially in the Big Ten tournament. Boy, that'd be great to get him
1-0. Back up the middle into center field. Sanderson rounding third. He'll try to score. Throw home will not be in time. Butenbach delivers with an RBI single. And the Huskers have retaken the lead 12-11. First pitch to Josh Overbeek swung on a miss for strike 1. Still 1 out in the inning.
If we would have put any type of contact on it, this place would have exploded. But what a job by Max Butenbach. Guy who's gone through his ups and downs this season, has had some big moments. You think of the big moment at Michigan in that Sunday game, where he was able to hit a massive home run. Go back to last night, and how about an RBI single to put the Huskers ahead?
0-1 to Overbeek. It is a called strike on the inner half of the plate. It's 0-2 at 92 miles an hour. The question now is, where does the Nebraska bullpen go? And it's probably going to be Tucker Timmerman in that 9th inning. He is warming in the bullpen and will be looking for a save opportunity in what's been an unbelievable baseball game here in Lincoln today.
Yeah, this is an instant classic.
12-11 is our score as the 0-2 runs outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Josh Overbeek. Max Butenbach is over at first. So the Huskers have retaken the lead after Iowa grabbed their first lead of the game in the 8th. Dylan Carey tied it, and Max Butenbach with a single right back up the middle gave the Huskers a lead. Swinging bunt for Josh Overbeek right in front of home plate. Throw down to first in time. Butenbach advances on to 2nd, no problem. Now 2 outs in the inning and a run in scoring position. So Jet Buck comes to play with a pair of walks and a sac fly. First pitch is going to get by Delgado. Butenbach is going to take third. He's 90 feet away from scoring. Shift is on for Jet Buck. A lot of room in shallow right field. 1-0 brushes him up high. It's 2 balls and no strikes. There's a look at the defense. Wish I had a telestrator to just circle the area in very shallow right field. Look at how much room is there between the deep part of the infield and very shallow right.
And look at that first base line. Wolf's having to cover a lot of ground over there.
2-0 also misses high on Jet Buck. It's 3 balls and no strikes. So Timmerman getting loose in the Nebraska bullpen. Double barrel action for the Iowa Hawkeyes as they have a righty and a lefty both loosening out in their bullpen. The runner at third and the 3-0 to Jet Buck. Shows bunt. He's going to take it for ball 4, and runners are at the corners for Rhett Stokes. Still with 2 outs here in the 8th inning. Man, Justice, if Stokes is able to deliver with another base hit here, this place is going to become unglued. 26 total hits amongst these two teams as Rhett Stokes digs in with runners at the corners. Corner infielders playing in. Stokes shows bunt, pulls back. It's called a ball as they appeal down to first. It's 1-0.
How about 23 combined runs as well? And for the Huskers, that's 22 runs. And Iowa's put up 11 on the weekend. They didn't score last night.
Alvio still out on the mound with runners playing in at the corners. And it's going to hit Stokes as he showed bunt. They're going to say, nope, the sign of bunt was not being laid down. He pulled back in enough time. Bases are loaded, and the Huskers have batted around the order here in the 8th. It's back to the top of the order in Mac Moyer. So not only did Iowa bat around the order in the 8th, the Huskers have done the same exact thing.
Yeah, and this is a fastball by Kyle Levo that runs in and just plunks him square on the bicep. That's not going to feel good, but you'll wear it. You get back to Moyer. Reached on an infield single on that ground ball to Cooper Schulte at short. And Moyer's appealing for time here as one step out of the box as Levo stepped off. But big spot here, bases juice, 2 outs. But he can crack one open here. This place will come unglued.
Any ball into the gap, and the Huskers will take a sizable lead. They're in front by 1 with the bases loaded. First pitch to Moyer. He shows bunt. It's going to miss away. It's 1-0. Iowa still has 2 relievers up and working in the bullpen right now. Alvio has faced 4 batters. This is his 5th batter that he has faced and has only gotten 1 hit.
One
out.
And if you're Kyle Levo, young guy, you're seeing bunt and teams continue to show bunt. You're trying to duck barrels. You're trying not to give them anything that they could really square up. Trying to induce a pop out, trying to induce a weak ground ball somewhere. You're not trying to hit them square on the barrel. So by Nebraska doing this, they're basically getting into the head of a young pitcher and trying to force him to pitch around them and make mistakes where they could take advantage.
1-1 to Moyer. Bouncing ball, left side of the infield. Schulte picks. Schulte throw to first. No! Not in time. Wolf's foot was off the bag. A run is going to score. It's 13-11. It looked like Wolf had kept his foot on the bag. It was a good throw as well. Heck of a play from Schulte. Wolf just could not keep the foot on the bag, and the Huskers are in front by 2.
Yeah, it's a really good play by Schulte because Jackson Frost did not have the kind of range necessary to need to get to this. Moyer just beats this into the ground. He's hoping he can get to the same area. And with Schulte, it's tough to try to control this because he's moving across his body, as you'll see, and Wolf has to make a very exaggerated stretch to try to contain this baseball and keep his foot on the bag, and he was unable to do so. Super athletic stretch, but for Schulte, it's tough as a shortstop because you're ranging to your right. This thing has just been a roller coaster of a game, and would you really have it any other way between these two schools?
You really couldn't. First pitch, Trey Fikes cut on a missed. It's 0-1. I think another game that you have to go back at and look at as another, at least classic this season, has been Nebraska and USC a couple Friday nights ago. Nebraska and Oregon as well. That was another good one when Nebraska won 10-8.
Okay, I thought we were just going to start naming games that you did.
Oh,
okay,
no, we were not doing that.
Writing that in.
As the 0-1 misses away, it's 1-1. I'm sure there's a few others that I'm missing as well.
There's some good ones. There's been some good ones this year, but this just shows you the scrappiness of this ball club and just the never say die attitude. All heart and guts for this Nebraska squad. And listen, I was a young team. They just don't know any better but to fight.
1-1. Fikes back up the middle into center field. Coming in to score is Buck. Here comes Stokes. Play at the plate. Not going to happen. A 2-run RBI single. Takes a deep breath on the mound and delivers the first pitch to Carey, and it plunks him, and the bases are loaded again for Case Sanderson.
Boy, that got him right on the foot, Bobby. I mean, that thing came in, and that is an uncomfortable place taking off speed, barreling in. But all of a sudden, Bates is back juice. Huskers have put up 7. They've gotten a touchdown in the inning, Bobby. We're not even in football season yet.
Well, I'll say this. If Nebraska scores another run, they will have as many runs against Iowa in one game as the Nebraska football team did.
Oof. Got to hit him where it hurts, don't you?
Case Sanderson steps to the plate with the bases loaded. Lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch down and away. It's 1-0. Well, can't lie about numbers. Numbers are numbers.
They can't lie about numbers. They say numbers never lie, but people can lie using numbers. We could say that.
That part is true. 1-0 to Sanderson, right over the heart of the plate for a called strike. It is 1-1. Senior day here at Haymarket Park, and the crowd has stayed for all of it and all the roller coaster of emotions. This is how baseball goes. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. Sanderson thought about checking his swing. He did not go around as the ball was right in front of Delgado and rolled onto the infield grass. So nobody moves. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike. And Justice, you know the saying.
Yeah, it's baseball.
That's baseball.
That's baseball. Sometimes things happen. Sometimes you get the 7-0 lead and you give it to the bullpen and they're unable to handle their duty and your offense has to go to work. And the lineup has responded. 15 runs on 16 hits. Nebraska's been hitting.
2-1. Sanderson the other way. Caught on a line over at third by Frost. What a catch. We'll go to the 9th. Frost with a diving catch over at third, but the damage is done. 7 runs in the 8th inning. The Huskers are in front by 4. What a day. What a day. And this game over 3 hours long, closing in on the 3.5-hour mark. As Tucker Timmerman's first pitch to Jackson Frost misses for a ball. It's 1-0. We said it's not 3 simple outs, and it won't be against this Iowa team. And I think if you're Tucker Timmerman coming out there, you're just thinking, all right, 3 simple outs, trust the defense behind you. But easier said than done because you still got to execute the pitches. Is the 1-0 is a called strike. It's 1-1.
Yeah, and you got to execute the pitches, and against a guy like Frost, who, listen, you leave one out over the plate, he'll punish a mistake. 1 for 2 with that homer in the 5th.
1-1 comes across. It's a called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
That's all you got to do. Just keep pumping the zone. Just keep challenging and challenging. And if he makes a great swing, you say okay. But now with a pull side shift on, you just trust your defense.
1-2. That's away. The count's even 2-2. Part of a record-breaking day here at Hawks Field at Haymarket Park. 7,773 people in attendance. Graduations Saturday, senior day Saturday for this Nebraska baseball team. 2-2, down and away. The count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Frost.
Yeah, now 3-2. You got to have a challenge pitch. Are you going to waste one? Or are you going to try to put somebody on base, give Iowa a chance to jump start there at top of the 9th? Or what can you do here in a full count?
Payoff pitch, bouncing ball, Overbeek gloves. Overbeek shuffles, throw to first, in time.
Well, if you always wanted to smooth over a roller coaster ride, sometimes you just...
Narrett batted earlier in the 8th inning. Grounded back out to the mound as he takes a first pitch ball. His numbers this season batting .285, 27 RBIs, and 3 home runs this year for Narrett. As he pinch hit for Strohmeyer out in right field. 1-0, called strike, count even at a ball and a strike. The big question heading into tomorrow is going to be how many arms does both teams have left? Obviously, Gavin Blachowicz is the starter for Nebraska tomorrow. Iowa's starter is still to be determined. 1-1 to Narrett. Is a called strike again. It's 1-2.
Yeah, both teams have really expended every resource at their disposal to try to get this game in their favor. And so tomorrow we might be seeing more of the same just because of the lack of arms that both teams are going to have.
1-2. Narrett bouncing ball. This is through the gap. Stokes is going to pick it, flips it to Carey on the back end. That's a cool play if it resulted in an out. However, Narrett is going to be safe at first base. And it's going to bring up Ben Swallace.
Yeah, and listen, he had the 2-run homer in the 8th, so you can't really count it out, and especially with a runner on base. It's a 4-run game. You got 2 outs. You got to find a way to execute and get these last couple outs. And if you're Iowa, just keep chugging along, put balls in play, make the defense beat you, and find a way to continue to chain along this inning.
First pitch. This is away for a ball. It's 1-0. So Suelas today had a single back in the 3rd, struck out in the 5th, and walked in the 7th, and then had a 2-run home run in the 8th. That tied it at 8, and that feels like an eternity ago. 1-0 is a called strike on the outside corner. It's 1-1.
Yeah, and listen, if you want to be a pitcher's pitcher like we talked about earlier with Maddox Freeze, you got to find a way to nibble at the corners and hit quadrants. Tucker Timmerman's doing that right now with his stuff. He is not trying to groove anything.
1-1. Bouncing ball. This could be 2. Stokes on to Carey for 1. Carey back over to first. Not in time. A fielder's choice. Suelas reaches safely, and Iowa down to their final out. And Jalen Ziegler coming to the plate.
A great breaking off speed with a slider. This one, as it's tailing down, gets beaten into the dirt. Nice job by Stokes, and the runner's clearly safe at first.
So the umpires have broken. That's second. Yes, that's and out at first. No, he's safe at first. Yes. Well, Ziegler was hit by a pitch in the 8th inning. Timmerman 1 out away from Nebraska, walking out victorious and winning another series. First pitch comes in, is going to miss down for a ball, and Ziegler, it's 1-0. So Suelas is on via the fielder's choice. They aren't even going to try to keep him busy over at first. Sanderson well off the first base bag. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the 1-0 from Timmerman. It's called strike 1-1.
Yeah, and I don't think they're worried about holding the runner on, because you want to be able to commit the first baseman, Case Sanderson, to any play that might happen in case Ziegler tries to slash one down the backside, see if he can toe the line for a double or something to kickstart it. Right now, your only focus is getting the batter out.
1-1. Running off for second and reaching there safely is going to be Suelas, but it's a called strike regardless, and it's now 1-2. And the Hawkeyes are down to their final strike on Saturday afternoon. The 1-2 from Timmerman. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Nebraska wins another series, and they beat Iowa 15-11. Dramatic fashion. What a ball game, start to finish on both sides. And the Huskers with another series victory.